Welcome to episode 49. We got one more.
Oh,
We get hit
wow.
50. We got 50 next week.
Holy shit.
We got to do
50
something
episodes.
special. We got to do something special for
Oh,
50.
look, I need to go buy some more used shoes or something. I
Maybe
need
we
to
can do
go.
maybe we can do a giveaway.
A giveaway? Nobody
Yeah.
listens to this in real time. What do you mean a giveaway?
I mean like meaning no, it wouldn't be real time. Like we would say comment something at the bottom, we'll pick one who gets to win whatever.
Maybe the 50th, maybe we should try to do a podcast that's live. Just fucking, and that way people can comment. By the way, I should tell people that Dan, during this podcast, will be eating during the podcast. That's when you see the shot, his head will go down and he will try to eat his butternut squash soup like under the radar. You'll hear the spoon clack. There he is. He's eating some
Yeah, I don't
healthy
care.
food.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are no rules on the show and very much a lack of professionalism. So that's what you got, you know.
Let me just respond.
What are you doing?
Responding to a client.
Oh, why is he working?
And this doesn't count as work.
Oh, really? He's got like a little. Dan doesn't like to be, like not do anything. That's what I know about Dan. He likes.
So
to
you say that, but that's not been my experience. So let's.
So
back
hold
up.
on. So hold on. Has it been your experience that you actually enjoy doing nothing? Because I love doing nothing.
Yeah. So okay. So for those who are confused, I've been self-employed since 2006, but I tend to have one kind of main contract that I do where it's basically like a regular job. I mean, I'm
Good
self-employed.
job.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still answering to people,
Mm-hmm.
So I decided with my recovery after my medical incident that I'm going to aim to go for as little stress as humanly possible.
Right.
And so I'm taking a sabbatical. They think I'm just taking a break, but the reality is I'm not going back. So
Oh, that's how you worded it to them? That's news to me.
I said, look, I have a month until I get the all clear and I get the final check of the artery to make sure it's healed. And I'm like, at this point, I need to step back. So I know how these things work. They're going to go a month without me and realize they're fine.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's true. Turns out we don't need Dan. Or the workload falls on the other employees, spreads on them. They're a little downtrodden, but they figure out, oh, one less person to pay. This is great for us.
We'll see what happens.
Fuckers.
I wouldn't rule out going back to them on a project basis or like a very, very part-time basis. You don't like that. You want me to do nothing.
I don't want you to not do nothing. I don't want you to have to deal with this fucking dude that gives you fucking brain aneurysms anymore.
And now he didn't. He's not the
reason. Yes, he did.
No, he's not. He's just a guy on the spectrum who's very bad at dealing with people.
Guys on the spectrum.
So I step back. So for the time being, for all intents and purposes, I'm unemployed, right?
Right.
And I'm basically living off the money that I have saved up. And I said, fuck it. I don't care. As Bruce said to me, and I agree, something will present itself.
Yes.
And I agree with that. I do. Because that's always been the way it's been for me anyway.
Yep.
Whether I do something myself, like a business or something, whatever, or whether I work for someone else, we'll see what happens. But
something will happen.
For the next 30 days, I'm not even thinking about that. I don't care. I am recovering from an incident, a health scare, and I am not even thinking about work.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm proud of you, but I don't like the news that I'm learning now is that in 30 days, you will definitely, I know you might be like, oh, I'm all better now and fucking, say, let me just work part-time for this dude and have the first Zoom meeting you have with this fucking guy. You put that thing on and your blood pressure will rise again.
Well, we'll see what happens. I don't really want to go back to that gig. I don't know what I'm going to do right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm glad you stepped away from it.
I think chances are, Bruce, that I will not go back.
You can't go back.
I will probably say to them, because I feel like I have to at least update them. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And just say, look, I got the all clear, the artery's healed, but I've decided to sort of embrace this semi-retirement.
So it's like you like gently breaking up with a dude, like, you know, like you're the hot chick and you are gently breaking up with the dude. Like,
it's not you, it's me.
Right. It's not you, it's me. That's what you're giving them. You didn't give them the hard look. I'm out of here. You're toxic.
No, I don't want to burn bridges. I mean, and I like the guy who owns the company. I do like him. But the
other guy.
Yeah, the overall thing is just no good. So we'll see what happens.
So it's good that Dan, because Dan, as long as I've known Dan, you know, he's worked real hard and he's, you know, hustling and side gigs and all this, getting his grind on. And I've been like for the past 3 years just doing like a lot of nothing, like buying used shoes and just making art and stuff like this. It's been funny. And and I get the bills paid somehow. But Dan was like, I don't know if you know, he needs to quit this job because it's for his health. And he's like, I don't know if I can do it. Sit around all day, it'd be great. So then he quits the job. Then 3 days later, I get a text from Dan. He's like, this is great. He's like, Dan's like, this is fucking great.
The best part, you know, my favorite part of it is I'm out because I still go out. I don't go to restaurants that often anymore, but I'll still go to lunch. I'll still do lunch at a restaurant.
Go out, take yourself out.
Because lunch, you know,
tends to be healthier.
You can't do as much damage.
Right.
So there's a couple of places I like, and we go there. And now the difference is, as opposed to before, I just don't care. I'm in no hurry. She'll say, "Hey, can we go wherever and do whatever?" I don't care. I got nowhere to be.
Like the schedule, it's the best to not have like, well, I got to grab a bite to eat, then I got to be back for the Zoom meeting at 4, or you know, like it's like the schedule in your day of shit you don't want to do. And now the whole week is just like, there's not a thing that I have to do
other than doctor's appointments. Other than doctor's appointments,
right?
I have no obligations at all.
Open schedule. So like a day. So this happens to me, and this is why I love the past 3 years. I'll wake up and just be like, for whatever reason, like, you know what? I'm not feeling it today. I think I'm just gonna like stay in bed and watch TV for the next 5 hours. And I'll
see. I can't do that. I can't do that.
It's great. I do that, or it's like, you know, like, oh, I feel good today. Maybe I'll make a painting, or I'll go work in the yard or something like that, and I'll do that. But I love not having any place to be. I
got my food delivery here.
Look at that. Hold on. Are those apple slices? Let's see that again. Let me see the plate. I want to see Kara's plating.
Tuna on a pita.
Oh, that's very healthy. The pita is a good choice because that's not a lot of bad carbs right there. That's a good choice. Wow. Way to go, Kara. Boy, you got a good lady. We both got good ladies. We both, I don't know how we pulled them.
Well, mine lets me run the heat though.
See, yeah. I know, dude. Oh. Yeah, mine does not. I have
yeah. What I should do is send you an infrared heater. They're awesome, but they suck power.
Yeah, I seen these different kind of heaters. Like, I actually like those ones that are just like the old school ones with the bright glowing orange coil that fucking like gushes out heat at like. But this one is not bad. This one draws very little power, and it doesn't. The good thing about this is once it's going. But the bad thing is it doesn't turn on and heat up the place immediately. It takes a while.
Well, yeah.
But no, it's been fucking cold. But I you know, what I do have is one of those little, you know, these little buddy heaters are called Little Buddy. They run on propane. Have you seen these?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're like for camping, and they have like exposed flame. Those are sketchy. But I got one. But everybody uses them, you know. And I've got mine in the garage, which is now where I do artwork, and I've been practicing drums all week on the electronic drum set in there. So I got a gig tonight, bro.
Wow. Grateful Dead?
Yep. Got a gig tonight.
How many tunes are in the set list?
It's about 21. It's a 3-hour set. It's a
Jesus
lot.
Christ.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's the real deal. You go on. It's a 3-hour set with a break. So I know that it's basically 5:30 to 9:30. Uh, that's a 3-hour set. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, maybe it's 4. I don't know. It
Do you have an
yeah.
encore?
If the crowd calls for it, yeah.
So, what song do you play for the encore?
I don't know until someone else in the band fucking figures it out.
What's the biggest crowd pleaser song?
Well, a common encore is going to be "Knocking on Heaven's Door." That's a very common
Oh,
encore.
that's a Dylan song though.
Well, Dead played lots of Dylan songs.
Oh, didn't know that.
Lots of Dylan songs. Dead played Dylan songs. Dead played a lot of people's different songs that I'll wind up playing. You know. So I mean, but it's whatever they call out, I'll be able to do. And if I don't really know the song, I can just fake it.
How about Freebird?
No, we'll never play that. Thank God.
Oh,
That's straight up boomer. Like, yeah, that's just rough.
I love Leonard Skinner.
Ugh.
You don't like Leonard Skinner?
No, dude.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No. This is funny because Dan is eating. Now he can't talk.
I'm shameless. I don't even care. I'm staying on my schedule.
No,
staying on my schedule.
you know what? I'm glad you put your health above fucking jobs, fakakta podcasts, and everything else. Because really, there is nothing more. And you know what? Mental health is right up there. I put mental health and physical health like neck and neck. It's the same. So, like everything that we wind up doing in life and what we should do should have that. That should be number one fucking priority, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so glad. I'm so proud of you, and I'm glad for you to be like, I know Dan is embarking on this new journey in his life where he's like, look, I had a fucking I brush with death essentially,
Brush with
and
death.
some, he needed to have some lifestyle changes, and go and just dealing with work and fucking just capitalism and just like you got to break, and it feels weird breaking free of that because then you're like, oh, wow, life is worth living. This is great. I'm not miserable, I'm
It's
not.
the feeling of having nowhere to be and nothing to do is great.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. That is
I'm never
amazing.
like in the past. I would be like, she's like, hey, can we go here and do this? I'd be like, nah, I got to get back, and I got to work.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, I think we'll see what happens, man. So I want to jump right into my week.
Okay.
So when I came out of the hospital, I talked about this on a previous episode. When I came out of the hospital, my throat was not closing correctly when I drank.
Yeah, because they shoved something down there.
Yeah,
Huge cock.
A huge cock. I had the huge cock in and out 3 times. Anyway, so what they do when that happens, they don't want you to aspirate. So they put you on what's called thick liquids. It's
right,
a liquid,
thick,
big and thick.
Yeah, Dan was drinking thick water and that additive that makes things thick, and it's weird. It's kind of like how when you put that, it's the same. I imagine it's the same type of shit like this product that you use for the toilet, which is like clingable bleach gel, and you put the bleach gel in the toilet and it sticks to the inside of the toilet and doesn't run right off. So it keeps it like the liquid on the surface. I think it's the same thing. It's like liquid bleach gel for your throat that keep the thick water.
So it's called Nectar Thick, and it has the consistency of nectar, and you're less likely to have it go down your windpipe when you're drinking. So
Kara has on one of the, she's got a new sweatshirt on.
It's just got your logo on it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, sorry, get back to the thick water.
So, I got some merch coming, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I ordered like from a real t-shirt place.
Oh, good. Like you'll get a box of these.
Yeah.
Not pay. Oh, good for you, Dan.
I'll send you one.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So, anyway. So, when I came home, first thing I did is I bought a case of this.
Oh,
this
Thicket.
Thick fruit punch.
It's funny. It's called Thicket.
Thicket. And we also got a box. We got a box of packets that you can use to thicken anything. You put it in water, iced tea, whatever.
Oh,
it was awful. I recently was cleared to drink regular liquids again because my throat's good.
right.
And so I've got all this thicket lying around. And I'm like, I'm not a wasteful person.
Right.
And it's like there's some alta cocker out there who's got a throat problem who needs
Oh
this.
my God. Did you do Facebook Marketplace?
I did. Free.
Yes. I knew this was. Hold on. I
Free.
love this story already. So Dan had all this extra thickening stuff. He's in Florida, which is home of the alta cocker, and he puts it on. Is this where this is going? You put on Facebook Marketplace a thing like
it's there, yeah.
it says like, "Hey, I've got this free." Is this what it is? Thickened fruit punch free in stock? No, this is not.
3/4 case of thickened fruit punch for.
This is your ad?
That's my ad.
Oh wow!
It's free, so no one can bitch at me. Right?
3/4 case of thickened fruit punch for people who can't drink liquids. I have a big box of thickener packets that can also be used free, and Alachua, Florida. I know I'm butchering the name, and it's zero. And so but when you do this on Facebook, it puts it under the category of free. I mean, is that how it works?
It's under miscellaneous. It's under miscellaneous.
Right. Well, there is a category that says like free or something.
Oh, I didn't know
okay.
That.
So,
I am not a Facebook Marketplace aficionado like you.
Oh, I am. Trust me. I go to Facebook Marketplace and hit the search button. There's a whole category that says free. I just look at the free shit. I'm not even looking for like a specific thing, but if it's free, I might want it. You know what I mean? I'll go over there and get it.
So, all right. So I get an email or a message. Is this still available? I said yes.
Oh, this is good.
The guy said meeting place, and I'm like,
oh
so
no.
I picked a Wawa here in Alachua. I said Wawa in Alachua. He goes tomorrow. He responds in one word answers.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like. Oh no.
So I said, sure. How's about 12:30? He goes, I can be there around then, and I'm like,
I don't like that. Then. No. You hold on. Let me interject. You don't do this much, do you?
No.
I do this a lot. When that sentence right there, around there. First off, the one word things very sus, and around then that would send a shiver up my spine. Like I don't like that. Right? Are you like me? Like no, there is no around then. There's got to be a fucking time. And by the way, I would like a little more back and forth. I know you don't like chit chat, but with texting, you gotta know a little bit more about what's going on than just one word. I don't like it. Please continue. But
I figure what do I have? What's the worst case scenario, right?
Your time wasted. Is this guy coming to your house, or are you meeting at a certain place?
Crazy?
No, where do you go? What's the plan?
Do you not know me? No, I'm meeting him at this big gas station in town.
Okay, the gas. Well, it's just like how I bought the sneakers. You go to a gas station. Good for you.
Right. So I said to him, I have to be on the road by 12:45. So let me know if you can't make it. And he sends me the thumbs up.
Oh, damn.
So
this was for yesterday.
Normally, I would never do this if there was money being exchanged because I just do not want to deal with any of that. But this is just me handing him this.
Right. There's not going to be any arguing. This isn't what you offered. Like, just take it and go. It's better than throwing it in the trash.
It's fucking free, asshole.
And you're helping out. Yeah, you got no beggars can't be choosers. Just take it. Whatever.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. Okay. So go on with the story. I love this, by the way. I love it.
So I have an appointment in town tomorrow, and I'm on my way. I'm going to stop at this gas station. And I told him I got to be on the road by whatever.
Oh, this is coming up. Yeah.
So place your bets. Like, A, does he show up? Okay.
All right. Well, here's what. Okay. Since I do this a lot, I don't know if you did this step. So when you're having a conversation back and forward with this guy, you can click on his profile, his name. It'll say seller's profile, and you click on it so you take a look at this guy.
I did.
So, but let me ask you this. So you click and it says seller's profile, and then you click on that, and then it says click on his actual profile. They're different.
What I did. It did.
So there's a seller profile and his actual profile. Did you scan and
I looked at his
investigate?
actual profile.
Good. Now,
He's
what do
been
you
on
see
Facebook
there?
since 2014.
Okay. Do you see his posts, regular activity, posts regularly?
He mostly shares recipes, interestingly enough.
Okay. Is he old? What does he look like?
He looked like late middle age to me.
Like our age.
Not a geezer.
Hey, Dan, hate to tell you, we're late middle age.
I agree.
Closing in on geezerum. I'm closing in.
I know we're totally late middle age. I agree.
So, but no, that's the thing is like when I do this, I really investigate the person. I go to their Facebook profile. I look at their posts. Here's what I'm looking for. I want to make sure that they make regular recent posts, because a lot of times if their most latest post is 2022, then their post has been hacked and this is someone else using it. So I want to make sure there are recent posts. Then I go to his photos. There's a way to look.
I hate to put a fucking picture over here, but
oh my god, who cares?
Should I do this? I don't know.
Is there a way? There's no way to tile out his name and just show the photo.
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. Maybe not even late middle age. He might be like middle age.
Dude, here on the podcast, we are gonna publicly just fucking show a picture of someone that we don't know. Probably I don't know
this person. I do not know this person.
We probably a nice man, but
probably a nice man. Hold on.
But it's the one word. Yeah, it's the one word. Like, hey, did he reach out to you and say, "Hey, is this available?" Like, what was his first opening line of inquiry? Because Facebook, is it available? So okay, that's an auto-populated response that Facebook generated. From his end, there's this thing that pops up that says, "Is this available?" ? And he just hit that, super lazy, and sent you this question mark, and you're like, "Yes." And then his next thing was like, where? Or like one word.
Meeting place.
Meeting. Oh, dude, no. See, I know you're not like, okay. I know you don't like chit chat, but you got to do this on Facebook Marketplace. I'm trying to send out a market to the guy that like, look, I'm a normal person. I'm a nice guy. And I will say, so if I'm him, I'm going to be like, Dan, I swear to God, I feel passionately about this. If I'm this guy and I want the thick water, I want the free thick water, and I'm contacting you, I will be like, wow, thick water, I've got a medical condition too, and I really need this.
Yeah, you think he would write
a little bit. You don't just say meeting place. Oh my God. Hey, you look like a nice guy. He's probably a nice guy. Everything's fine, but I mean, all right, take it away. Take it off. I don't want to get into it. But anyway, it's like, fuck, dude. That's got me concerned. Just meeting place and time.
Well, I mean,
like he's getting something free. You might want to be nice and have a little bit of manners. Now I know where this is what's going to be said next. Well, maybe he's on the spectrum. You know what I mean? Maybe he's on the spectrum or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but I don't really. You got to be nice. You're picking up something for free. You got to be fucking nice. Wow.
I'm looking at his, oh my God, his other pictures. Jesus Christ.
Oh no. So when you, okay.
so all he does is share recipes. That's it.
Are they a recent though? I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like an hour ago.
He shares a recipe.
He shared a recipe. An hour ago, he shared a recipe.
Are they video recipes?
They're video recipes. Some are, some aren't. Spam and eggs he shared earlier today.
I love that.
He shared smoking a pork loin.
Right off the bat, you don't like that. Two things that involve pigs.
Don't like that.
Don't love that. As Ezra would say, don't love that.
He put up a message on January 22nd. Still have potatoes and cucumbers.
Maybe he's farming. Is he low? Is he close? Does he sort of live like
not far away? Not far away.
Okay, rural dude. Okay,
possibly. But I don't see any post from him.
So he's just sharing other people's posts.
Oh no, he recently sold an ATV.
So
this for free and turn around and sell it.
Kara thinks he's going to take it and turn around and sell it.
He's flipping thick water.
He's flipping thick liquid.
Dude, you got the name of the podcast, Flipping Thick Water. And so
he's got a recipe for homemade cough syrup.
Maybe that's the thick water. You take the thick water and you add fucking some booze. Oh my god.
Oh my god, his profile.
Why? Is there things on there I wouldn't like? I bet there is.
There are things you would not like.
Yeah, I know.
Don't tread on me. You got that.
Oh no. My fucking, that's what I do. I know we don't want to get into that, but I see that shit and I'm just like, oh no, dude, I can't deal.
But actually, there's only one of that. The rest is all recipes, literally 100% recipes. It's just cooking. He likes to cook. So there you go. Maybe he's going to use this in a recipe, the thick fruit punch.
Maybe yeah, he might. You'll have to.
Bruce, he made homemade Big Macs.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
That's really disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Free Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Marketplace is very good for the podcast because there's always lots of interesting material, how people behave. This guy is giving you one-word answers.
Yeah, I gotta show you the hold on, let me see if I can.
Listen, I do this a lot. Like I told you, I will buy things.
Here's how it went. Is this still available? Yes. Yeah. Meeting place. How about the Wawa in Alachua? And then he said, "Be tomorrow," meaning it'll be tomorrow before I can get there. Oh. I said that should work. Maybe around 12:30. He said somewhere around there.
Oh no, hell no, dude.
I said I have to be on the road by 12:45. So let me know if you can't make it.
And that's where it ended.
And that's where it ended. So
when he said somewhere around so and so, that's where I would have shifted into more of an aggressive tone and said something like, "I need an exact time." I would have said I'm a busy person, even though I'm not. I'm a busy person with lots of meetings lined up. That's another lie. I need an exact time because my blood would start boiling if I'm at a gas station parking lot.
Well, no, my blood's not going to boil. If 12:30 comes and goes and he's not there, sorry, 12:40, I'll wait 10 minutes. And it comes and goes and he's not there, I'm messaging him saying, "Hey, if you're here, let me know. Otherwise, I got to go." And that's it. That's it. So I don't care. I'm giving shit away. I don't care.
I would just take it out of the car. Just take the thick water and just put it out on the curb. Fuck it.
I could do that.
Just hey, and then text him a picture of the thick water that's out on the curb and just be like, "If it's still here, good luck. I don't know what to tell you. Good luck."
So I think this guy used to be a firefighter.
And now he's flipping ATVs.
Now he's flipping thick liquids.
Oh, so I have a Facebook Marketplace story.
Oh no!
You'll like this.
Oh no!
So I'm on Facebook Marketplace because my drumming. I'm doing drumming a lot, right?
Right.
Now I don't know if you know or not, but when you play drums, normally drummers you want a carpet to put your drum set on. You can't just put it on a hard floor. Things move around too much, especially the kick drum.
Of course, yeah, of course.
It's got these little adjustable spikes that go down, that go into the carpet, that keep everything in its place. You need a carpet. Especially if and if you go see a big band or whatever, a small venue, the drummer's always going to have a carpet. It's usually a rectangle about 10 by 5, something like that. So anyway, I need a carpet. I've got gigs coming up. I don't know whether these places are going to have a carpet or not. I got a good drummer needs to have a carpet. So I'm like, okay, I want a carpet and I want it free. Dan, I want it free. Or as least money as possible. I don't care what the carpet looks like. The actual pattern, what it looks like, don't care. But I need it to be that thick, good carpet with the heavy backing, you know what I mean? I don't want one of these fakakta really thin, like it feels like a blanket. That doesn't mean nothing. It needs to be like one of these really substantial, with that bottom piece on there. And I'm like, okay. So I'm looking around. Dan, this is a funny story. I thought, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this. So I'm looking around. Now, the back of my car, what it looks like, right? You've probably seen it. It's loads of fucking heavy left wing stickers. It looks like a crazy person car. It's got a big Antifa sticker on there, anarchy, banditos, all this shit.
All right? That's good. Anyway, I'm not going to give you shit. Go ahead.
No, I know. I look like a maniac. But I realize, so that's why... So there's a lady that was selling that was selling carpet for $10. I'm like, ooh. So again, like you, I check her out. I see that she's legit, right? And I'm gonna go in. It's not Scottsdale. It's a place called Chandler, which is like Scottsdale light. It's very rich, very white, very boomery. And I'm like, oh, here we go, right? And I check out the woman that's selling this carpet, and she appears rich as hell, Dan. I know that I might have investigated people a little too much when I go interact with them because I'm just curious like that. So I see that she's a rich old white lady that lives in a gorge. Dude, I go to their street view. I want to see what the house looks like, what the parking situation is, what the neighbors are like. I like to see what I'm getting into, Dan. So long story short, so I communicate with this lady, and unlike your friend there, I communicate like, oh, so it's got carpet for $10. And it's kind of like the doctor with the sneakers. It's like, why does this lady need to sell a carpet for $10? Right? Like it's the same thing. Like, Dan, she's fucking loaded. She's living in a mansion. And like at the end of a cul-de-sac in like HOA development, like there's no riffraff around there. $10? This is a big carpet. She's selling this carpet is 12 feet by 10 feet. She said it's new, still in the thing. She never used it. And it's heavy. And the pattern is hideous brown, like this disgust. I don't even care. But $10, I contact her and I say, this is perfect. I'm so glad I found complete sentences. Hello, my name is Bruce. I live in East Mesa. This is perfect. I'm very interested. Is this that? And then I ask a question. Is this that good kind of carpet, like the thick? Not to be a pain in the ass, but is it like that thin? She's like, no, it's good regular carpet. You can see, you know. And I'm like, okay, perfect. $10. I'll come get it. Then I say, what's convenient for you? Right? Isn't that nice to say? What's convenient for you?
Of course, yes. Very
That's
good.
how you do it. You don't just say location like this fucking guy.
Right. Like he's a robot. Right.
No. You got to be a human being. Plus, I'm aware that maybe she's checking out my profile, right? Maybe there's a lot of things on my profile she's looking at. She don't like the look of. This guy looks like shady. I know what I look like.
I would think you're shady.
Yeah, you would not want to do business with me. And so, so I check her out. I'm like, okay. Then I message her and I say, great. She says this Friday afternoon is great. Friday afternoon, I say, how about 12:30 on the money? Guess what? 12:30 on the money. I roll up. Now, Dan, I'm rolling up in my fucked up car with all these punk rock stickers on it. And my car looks like definitely like sketchy, crazy person, kind of car. It's covered with dust. It's a little ratty. There are stickers on the side of it. And there's a sticker there. You can imagine.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah. And so I roll up in this neighborhood. And right off the bat, my hackles are up in this neighborhood. It's a really rich white neighborhood. I'm not seeing any fucking faces other than white old faces. I'm like, man, I don't like this. So I go rolling in, pull up in this lady's in front of her house, and I see, she doesn't have any Gadsden flags or anything up like that, but it's clear that I'm in a heavily rich, conservative, white sort of, big American flag. And I pull up, I'm like, oh, hi, and I'm trying to put her at ease. I realize she's taking a look at me. Hey, how's it going? You must be Rebecca. I know what I look like. She's like, oh, hi, right? This is funny. You're going to I'm getting to a point here. I said something really dumb. So she shows up. And so the house has got one of these foyers where these big iron gates open up. And then there's more outside until it gets to her regular house, like it's a big kind of like an entryway, like really rich. She's got the carpet sort of out on the side. It's wrapped up in cellophane. She's like, here you go. Then I realized there's no way I'm getting this in the car. Like, this is a big ass carpet that's good. How am I going to get this in the car? Now, I did think forward. I'm like, I'm going to have to get it out in the street and unroll it and fold it like a piece of paper to get it in the car, which is going to look shuffly. Right? And she's got it already wrapped up in like tape and stuff, like in a big tube. There's nowhere for me to put this tube. It's not going to fit on the roof. It's 10 feet long. It's longer than the car. I got no way. So I'm like, okay. I realized looking at this lady, I'm going to need to take this carpet out into the street in front of her house, undo the whole thing, and like try to fold it up and shove it in the car. I know it's going to look bad, and her neighbors are going to look at it, and she's going to be looking at me, and it's going to be this whole thing, right?
Why did you have a vagrant in front of your house unfurling carpet?
Dude, that's exactly what it looked like. So this is where I said something stupid, and I knew it was stupid as it was coming out of my mouth. But she's very well together. She's like, oh, hi. Yeah, this is great. I never used it. I'm just cleaning up the house a little bit. And I'm like, okay, great. And I bust out the $10. I'm like, here you go. And she goes, do you need my husband to help you put this in the car or whatever? And I go, no, it's a small, thank you very much for that. I do need to figure out a way to get it in the car. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to like figure out a way to unroll it and fold it up and stick it in the car. And then she looks over my shoulder. She looks at the car and she looks at me. And now she's like, I see a little look of worry in her face. Like, oh, this guy's not just going to put it in his car and go away. What's next? Is some sort of weird production? Like, what's this guy going to do? Right. And she's like, oh, okay. Right. And then Dan, I say something dumb. I say, yeah, I'll work real hard. I'm like, yeah, I know. Listen, I got to get out of this neighborhood. I'm going to hurry up and do this real quick and get out of this neighborhood real quick for you.
Jesus Christ.
I did say that. And I realized, like, it came out and I'm like, why did I just say that? That's a horrible thing to say. Can you imagine what that sounds like to her ears? What do you mean I got to get out of this neighborhood? Are you wanted? Why would you fucking need to get out of this neighborhood?
That's right. Is there an APB out for a vagrant in a poncho?
Like, yeah. Like, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I just said that. And I said it in a way, also I said it in a way where like, I hate this neighborhood. Like there was some vitriol to it. Like, I got to get out of this.
Come on, man.
I did. And I was like, fuck, dude. I realized that
woman really wants this $10. I'll tell you that.
Huh?
She really wants this $10.
Oh, obviously. She took that $10 like it was nothing. Like she could have.
I just mean, if you have that kind of money, why? Why would you do that?
Why would you? You should just put it out on the curb and say free carpet. If that.
Right. Oh, it'll just be gone.
Like, it'll be gone. There's tons of kids. There's like, by the way, during this is all going on, it's like there is a woman 2 houses down with like all the neighborhood white kids running around, like she's taking care of all the kids, and it's like I said, very rich neighborhood. So now this woman's like, okay, after I said that, you could see the look of horror on her face and concern, like, why is this guy got to get the fuck out of my neighborhood? I almost said I got to get the fuck out of this neighborhood, but I cut myself off at that. I go, I gotta don't worry, I gotta get out of this neighborhood. She's like, okay. And she went back inside, locked the door, and there I am outside with the carpet. I bring the carpet out to the back of the car.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, interject.
Did the ad specify how large the carpet?
Oh, no. It absolutely did. And I didn't go unplanned. I knew I was going to have to deal with something going in, right?
I mean, you have a tiny car.
So I have a tiny car, and I knew driving in, I'm like, there's going to be some sort of, I'm going to have to figure out a way to fold it up. If it's in a roll, like it likely will be, I'm not going to be able to take it. I'm going to have to unroll it, fold it into eighths, and stick it in the car like a big fucking fortune cookie kind of a thing.
Right.
And I knew it would fit. It just would be, you can't take it in a roll. So she hands to me in the roll, and the roll's all wrapped up in plastic and heavy tape and stuff like this. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be a bit more of a production. So she goes back in, and I know she's looking at me through the fucking front of the window, probably with her husband, right? All the neighbors are looking at this too. I open up the car. I drag the carpet out. It's really heavy. It's heavier than I thought. I drag the carpet out, and I got to get a knife. I'm looking for a knife. I get the knife. I cut the tape off, and now I'm trying to unroll this thing flat on the street. And like, it's big. And I'm rolling it in the street, Dan. It's not staying unrolled because it's like, so now I'm trying to like flatten it out. I'm flipping it around. I'm doing, I look the way I do. I realize I got to get out of here, Dan. So I'm trying.
You're like minutes away from somebody dialing 911. Basically.
Dude, minutes. I'm aware of the fucking I'm aware of the white boomer eyes looking at me going, who is this fucking guy? This guy is clearly like an anarchist. Why is he here? Like what is going on here? So like, I'm trying to make quick work out of it. The woman that's watching the kids, all the kids are now getting interested in me coming over here now. Hey, what's going on? I'm like, oh no, lots of attention on me now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And don't worry, this is a nice man. I'm just getting carpet. Now I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, I got to get the fuck. So I started like folding this thing and standing on it. It's not staying unrolled. It's turning into this production. It's too heavy. I can almost not lift it. I'm almost thinking, I got to ask this guy to help me put it in the back of my car. I can't knock on this lady's door again. She's going to think. So I managed to get it in the fucking car, and I shut the fuck, and I got out of there quick. But it was a thing, and it was like, as I drove away thinking, I can't believe I said that to that lady. Number two, I'm going to tell Dan about it because it's a great story. And I did not like being in that neighborhood. but probably just as much as she didn't like having me in that neighborhood.
So the question is, whose Facebook Marketplace experience in the end will be more annoying, yours or mine tomorrow when I try to meet this guy?
Well,
because the thing is, it's the one word. Look,
free.
Not to be a dick.
Go
but
ahead. I want to hear your thoughts.
The guy's kind of a redneck, and I love rednecks. I'm not saying that in a pejorative way.
Right.
But they tend to be They tend to be men of few words. So
yeah, that's true.
Like the short answers are no big deal to me, as long as he's there reasonably on time. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
You know. I'm out of there at like whatever 12:45 or whatever. I'm done. I'm out. So I'll say sorry you weren't here. But the other little thing is, so I have two cars. I have a Tesla and then I have a Ford truck.
What do you think about that? Before you move on, how annoying was I on that scale of 1 to 10? I was bad. That was bad. Dude.
That woman was scared of you. 100%.
That woman 100% did not like what was going on.
She called up Muffy at the fucking country club and told her about the vagrant in the poncho who came to collect carpet, who brought a car the size of a fucking thimble.
Right.
Right. Oh my God, Bruce. Yeah.
I know it was not my best work, but go ahead. So you are selling cars now? What's going on?
No, I'm not selling cars. I'm saying tomorrow when I meet this guy, I'm not taking the Tesla because I don't want to like poke the bear. So I'm going to drive the truck.
What do you mean poke the bear? By driving a Tesla.
I think if I show up in a Tesla, it's like, I don't know.
I don't. Explain it. What are you talking about?
The guy's from a very rural community, like 20 miles away. He's coming in to meet this guy to give him some thick liquids. And I feel like...
Oh, so you're feeling like it's like...
I feel like rolling up in a Tesla makes me look like a douche a little. And like, I don't know. Like, I want at the least amount of attention on me as humanly possible.
Yeah, no, I understood. That's interesting. Are you you got to get rid of the Tesla overall?
No, like if I'm just riding around town, I'm not meeting someone in particular, then I don't care. But I'm meeting a guy, so I'm gonna take my F-150.
You're meeting a guy that's good, that wants free water. So, and if he's kind of a redneck, sort of, he's looking for free water. You don't want to rub it in his face and roll up in a Rolls Royce and be like, "Have my scraps, minion," like this sort of thing.
Correct. And right, okay. Rolls Royce. Should I take the Rolls or the Bentley?
Yeah. Delivering free thick water in a Rolls Royce. Okay.
So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I will update you, and of course we will update the podcast audience next week.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
The problem is, man, is I hate wasting shit and throwing shit away that could be used by somebody. And this is not like a pathetic thing where I'm saving something that no one really wants. There are people, not a lot of people, but there are people out there who absolutely use this on a daily basis.
No, and it's a medical thing too. And by the way, you share that with me and Ro. Like, Ro hates wasting shit, hates it with a passion. And I agree with her, because it's a kind of a sin to waste. Like, can you throw away perfect? It's also like, consumeristic. Like, oh, I don't want this. Most people would throw it right in the trash.
Like, there are things I will throw away if I think it's just no one's going to use this. You know what I mean?
Right. But I mean, can you imagine throwing away a case of perfectly good thick water in the trash?
Yeah, and they're in individual bottles. Everything's fine.
That would drive me nuts. Like, now it's going to go to a landfill and just sit there, and it's just a waste across the board of resources and petroleum, and fucking someone with a medical condition could use this. And we all hate Facebook. It's annoying, but it's the one good thing that's kind of like puts people in connection with each other. Like,
we'll see what happens, man. I want to get rid of this shit. So we'll see how it goes. So we have some big happenings this week. So I'm doing that tomorrow, and then Wednesday I have my first recheck with the neurosurgeon.
Since you were under the knife.
Yes,
so to speak.
And then I also have a CT scan that day. So they take a little look and make sure everything looks kosher. And then I meet with the guy in person to discuss. I'm going to ask him some questions.
Oh, let me hear the questions.
So
did you write them down?
I didn't write them down. So I'm going to give you a hint. See if you can
Hold on. I know what's going on. I know that I see this coming down 6th Avenue. Okay. So this is the guy that actually did the fucking surgery, like the top.
So no, he's not. I started at one hospital and then changed hospitals, if you recall.
Right.
So this doctor is very good, but he did not do my original surgery.
Is he from the first or the second hospital, this guy?
The second, the good one.
Okay, good. Let's just get that. Okay.
Now, the guy who did my first surgery was great. I got no problem with him. He's
Right.
He's been checking up on me. Nothing but love for him, but I switched hospitals, so I got this guy. So
the questions that you were going to ask the guy,
so like, let me give you the background.
Okay.
Let me give you the background. Let's set this up.
Okay.
So when I left the hospital, they didn't really tell me what you're allowed to do and not allowed to do. The only thing that was said is nothing strenuous. And then separately, I had a call with one of the residents where I asked if I was allowed to go to a gym and do light weights, like just light, just to help build strength. And she said, no, the only thing you're allowed to do is walk. We want you walking, but everything else, we need to wait until
you got to be mellow, dude. Mellow.
So there's been some debate. There's been some debate around the house about a certain topic.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And
oh my God, damn.
And so,
she's in the background saying, "Don't talk about this, Dan."
Yeah,
I mean, okay, listen, just leave it at that. Just don't. You don't have to say another word.
Not a word.
But I know what's going on.
Right. I just want to ask, what is permissible?
Right. And so
I need specifics. I need very clear.
You got to be very detailed
parameters.
Like I said in a previous podcast.
Yeah, very clear parameters.
You love that. I want very specific and clear parameters.
Yeah.
Of the situation. That's all I want.
What am I allowed to do?
Yeah. Right. And in no uncertain terms. And so that's going to be interesting.
Because I'm going to follow their advice, right? If they say to me, none of this activity until February 27th, when you have your final recheck, that's fine. I'll do it. I'll do whatever they say. I'm not arguing in any way. I just want to know, because they have experience with these things, right? They know.
Plus, they're the doctors. They're the medical professionals. I'm going to listen to them. I'm not going to listen to YouTube. I'm going to fucking listen to them.
No. I Googled it, but you get every answer under the sun.
Oh, so, Googling is useless these days. You can't.
So so basically, got some gray area. But we'll find out what.
Well, plus, okay, now you probably want to know. You don't have to say it out loud. You just nod yes or no. It's going to be. It's going to be. Can I have sex? And there's another one that's similar. Is can I masturbate? Now both of them.
You got them both.
Right.
I got them both. Right. Yeah.
And so like. Can I have sex and can I masturbate? Both are technically can be strenuous. I think one is going to be a little more strenuous than the other. I think having actual sex is probably more strenuous than just masturbation. So maybe that's going to be in like maybe he'll say, look, don't have any wild sessions or anything like that, but maybe you can just crank one out to make sure.
I'm prepared for anything. I'm prepared for him to say no, not until late February. I'm prepared for him to say yes, whatever. I'm prepared for him to say yes, but only XYZ. Whatever he says, I'll do.
Good.
No arguments from me. But I was not given any parameters at all coming out of the hospital.
You'll go into the doc. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Do you have any questions for me? Yeah, doc, I actually do. I got 2 questions.
I do. As a matter of fact, I do.
He will say, "Do you have any questions for me?" You'll be like, you know what? It's interesting.
Of course.
I've got 2 right here.
I mean, let's also be very clear. I have not had any experiences like that since prior to December 7th, which was the incident, and before that, it would have been days at least. So that's a long time, and you're a guy. You get how that is, like,
Yeah, you shouldn't say too much more in front of Kara, who I know can hear you.
You got to get the poison out.
Well, you got to get the poison out, and you got to. What I love the expression "clean the pipes." That's what I've been using lately. I love clean the pipes. Clean the pipes is so great because that's to the point of like.
I think it's clear the pipes.
Clear the pipes.
Yeah.
Or clear the plumbing, or check the plumbing, or whatever. It's one of those things. Clear the.
Again,
pipes.
I just for the record, whatever his answer is, I will not push back. I will do it without.
I love clearing the pipes because it's so funny. Because like when I do it these days, it's definitely more of a just clearing the pipes, like get the poison out. It's very not an erotic or some sort of like pleasurable. I mean, it's pleasurable, but it's definitely more of like a
utilitarian.
Thank you. That's a great way to describe it. Just something that needs to get done. Cross it off my list. I'm feeling a little.
We'll see what he says on Wednesday. I'll let you know. I'm gonna come right out and ask it.
Absolutely.
I mean, and he's probably it's going to be uncomfortable because there's probably going to be like his resident or his assistant in there, and she's probably a woman, and that makes it super.
You know what? That's something else I want to talk about because I gotta start this new year and get like I get like a checkup once a year. You know, I've got this shitty health insurance, which is I think it's Rose takes care of it. I think it's like Obamacare or whatever. It's the government stuff, right? And it's like the plan. It's not United Healthcare. I don't know what it is, but basically, it's not the good health insurance. It's the whatever you get type of thing. And I got to start the yearly thing where I find a new health practitioner, I find a general doctor, I make an appointment, and I go get a checkup. And it's a disaster because you always like the doctor could not care less, and it's so funny how like it's so clear that he couldn't care less. And like, but I want to bring this over to something you just said. This is a new thing that I noticed in the past couple of years. Used to be that like, of course we know that like some lady's gonna just weigh you, right, and write shit down on a clipboard, and then they put you in a room and another young girl comes in and she's gonna like ask you questions. She fills it out on the clipboard, and then maybe another lady comes in and she's gonna take your blood pressure, all this shit. So you're gonna have like 3 minions who are gonna deal with you before the head doctor comes in, right? Here comes the head doctor. He comes in. The head doctor, the actual dude, this dude is not going to want to spend no shit more than 5 minutes with you. They're going to want him in and out, like to make the most use of his time, to make the most money out of his time. Let's just, whatever. Jiggle the balls, cough, whatever, real quick. But lately, a new trend I've seen, and the real doctor is the guy who I'm going to be real with. If it's just me and another old man in the room, which is what I want for a doctor, I don't want a young dude. Sorry, I don't want a woman. I want another old man that I can be honest with, right? Are you with me on this so far?
I prefer women doctors.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's better. But I mean, because they ask these embarrassing questions.
In the case of this question, I'm going to have to ask. I'm glad he's a guy.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
But in general, my experience has been that women doctors tend to be a little more empathetic.
That's true.
Tend to give more of a shit.
But I am embarrassed with some things that I want to say and talk about that I don't feel comfortable with a strange woman in the room. I don't know why that is.
Like you can't get a boner? Can't get a boner?
It's kind of not that question, but it's definitely some other type of embarrassing questions that maybe would be better off with a dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? And so like he comes in, but you're right. Like the old guys just they don't care,
They don't.
And they've been like said some unprofessional things in the past, like I'm just gonna check out the twig and berries here for a second. I'm like, whoa,
let's see the tits. Yeah,
he's like, they think they're being funny or whatever. But I was gonna but what happened the last time? So normally, I deal with this, I get it. The old guy comes in, and that's when I have a little mano talk with the doctor about real shit, real communication. Last time I went to a doctor, something new happened, Dan. The guy comes in and he's got some young attractive woman at his side who stays in the room.
Yeah, they do that now.
Yeah, and he says, "Oh, by the way, this is Michelle. She's just going to be here to take notes, make sure whatever." And then he starts getting into these questions, and I'm like, he's like, he says horrible things like, "So when you pee, how often do you pee? Does it dribble? Does it dribble when you pee? Like shit,
yes, like it dribbles. I'm 57."
Right? And like I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at this woman in the room, like. I literally said, "Is she gonna leave?" I don't feel comfortable at all.
It's just peeing, though. That's not.
I know, but I mean, it's just I don't know, Dan. It's just like this new thing. I'm like, what? Why are you in here? And so I know why she's in there. Less for him to do. Let's monetize him.
When I go do my thing,
bro,
I'll be there with the neurosurgeon, who's a dude, and I'm guaranteeing you there'll be a woman in the room. Because I think one of his residents.
Oh my God, that's so you're gonna so she'll be this attractive woman, and then you'll be like, "Hey, doctor," and he's like, the woman's over the shoulder. She's looking at you. She's got a clipboard pecking away the notes, right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna say, "Hey, can I have rigorous sex pretty soon?"
Yeah.
You use that word, right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna shoot her a look, like, "Hey, can I have rigorous?"
Let me ask the question: is coitus permitted?
Right?
No, can I, Doc? Can I get in there? Fucking Doc, can I get in there and fucking really? Can I?
No,
and she's gonna be like, gross.
Question.
Gross.
I may not ask the second part if she's in there. you know,
The
with a woman.
masturbation question. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need her looking at me.
See,
and thinking,
that's what I'm
"Yeah."
saying, but you can understand what I'm talking about. Like, you don't need her in
can.
there. Okay. If it's like an old doctor, you could be like, can I jack off? You know,
Yeah.
like, can I clear the pipes? But if
Right.
she's in there, I'm not saying can I jerk
No,
off.
you might say, "Could I make love to my beautiful wife?" You know, you say that.
No. Okay.
Right.
Hey, can I fuck chicks again? When can I
Yeah.
fuck
Hey,
chicks
I'm very
again?
sought after. It may not look like it.
Yeah,
but,
look, I'm a drummer. So when
yeah.
Oh God.
We'll see, man. That's on Wednesday. I will Oh, you'll be impressed with me. You know what I tried last Friday?
Tell me. All right, here we go. I love it when would you do what?
Acupuncture.
I've never tried it. I'm looking forward to trying it. I
did it
like that
last
you
Friday.
did this.
I liked it.
Now, before you went into it, did you think it was like a fakakta sort of thing?
I thought it was a hippie kind of, hey, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have some herbs in here and some essential oils. But no, I mean the woman seemed pretty good. I mean,
Was she Asian?
no, white.
Okay. How
That
old?
made late 30s, maybe.
Okay.
But it's
Did she
perfect.
have
She
like?
was not hot. You don't want a hot one.
No, you don't want to be popping bone. Did she do it all in the back or the front? Like, did you lie on your back or you lie
Lied
on
on
your
my
belly?
back. I lied on my back.
You lied on your
and-
back?
Yeah, well, there were certain areas I needed her to work on. I have a quad issue.
Wow. So
So
you're lying on your back
I
like
have
a
to
body
say,
on a slate in front of
when
this
I walked
woman.
out of that place, I felt like my body was made of jelly. Like
Really?
yeah, it was good.
Oh, I gotta try this, dude. I gotta try
But
this.
you got to find an Asian place where you can like make the hand signal and then they jerk you off.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. You have to be like all that. They're so worried that the room is going to be mic'd or that you're a cop that there are like because I've watched videos, Dan.
You're a cop. No one would think you're a cop person.
Well, I know, but they have to like they just sort of will go like this.
Nice. Wow, that's crazy.
Their
No, I don't
hand
think an
signal.
acupuncturist would do that because those are technically medical professionals.
Right. Like there are ways. Look, there's acupuncture and there's actual massage therapists and all this, and then there are places that are open till 10 at night with a red blinking sign in the window.
No, yeah. I don't think there's such a thing as a happy finish after acupuncture.
No, it's the red sign in the window, Dan. There's
the
two,
red sign
like,
in the window. You gotta have
it's
the red
the
sign.
neighborhood. It's usually next to a golden pawn place in a mini market. It'll say massage, you know, and it'll have a red sign, and it's always open till 9 or like the later it's open, the more sketchy it is. I've heard.
Yep. Yeah, no, you would know this stuff.
I've heard.
Allegedly.
Well,
Allegedly.
I've
Allegedly.
Heard. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna wrap, man. I have to chill out a bit. Do some
Relax.
chilling.
Can we see? Let's bring. I want to see the sweatshirt. Bring in your model. I want to see the back of the sweatshirt. Kara's wearing the orange sweatshirt.
Can you stand facing that way? He can see the logo on the sweatshirt.
She is not happy. She's all snuggled in there. She's like, oh,
no, I don't blame her.
I gotta fucking get like she didn't want to stand up even.
You got it?
Yeah, it's not really close enough, but I mean, I'll take it.
That's as close as you're getting. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Tell her thank you, Kara. Say thank you, Kara.
Thank you, Kara, says Bruce. No, they turned out pretty good. They turned out pretty good. And I bought t-shirts, so you will be getting one.
I love it. I love this new era in Dan's life.
Where Dan don't give a shit. Dan don't care.
You know what? Fuck. You know what? Fuck capitalism and fuck all that shit. And I'm gonna live life now. Fuck it. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I might not be here tomorrow. Yeah. You might get a fucking heart attack and drop dead. I might. You might. You might. So would you rather be working when that happens, or at least get a couple days of freedom before that fucking happens? Where you can go to
cafe. So far so good. We'll see. Once I get it in March and April, we'll see how it goes. But so far so good.
You want a prediction? I predict that you will be in no hurry to get back to that old life. I thought I would be too. I'm like, yeah, I'll just get another job again. Just, nope.
Yeah, I think
I tasted this.
I think you might be right. So
yeah, good.
All right, we're gonna wrap it, guys.
What's the name of this one? This one's going to be called reselling thick water or rolling up.
Going to be $10 carpet and thickened liquids.
$10 carpet and delivering thick water in a rolls or something. I don't know.
In a rolls.
Yeah, delivering
thick water.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce thick water delivering.
Yeah, Rolls Royce. Yeah, Bentley or the Bentley. Either way. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go.
Heeb Goy, we would like to welcome you Goy.